Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond. I'm Ernie Crazy Eyes, and tonight I have a special band that I saw. I think these guys were the last band that I saw headline after this whole pandemic thing. I have Mike or Mick and Aaron. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if you want to Mike or Mick. I'm not.
Nick.
yeah, we'll go in Mick. Yeah,
Okay, cool, Mick. Uh, how you guys doing?
we're good, buddy. How are you?
We're good, yeah.
I'm doing great, and we've been talking these past few weeks, and stuff has been happening. But I'm glad I finally have y'all here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here. And honestly, like in the midst of like not being able to tour and play live shows, like stuff like this is really cool for us to try to just connect with people.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you guys perform acoustic songs every Monday, so you
Mhm.
know, I think that's pretty cool. And yes, there's several bands that do it, but they kind of fall off and eventually just stop. But you guys have been at it for a while now, which I thank you.
About
Yeah,
a
I
year,
mean,
about a year and a half.
I'll be
that we've
honest
been
with you. I
doing
mean,
this.
it's a pretty big commitment to say that once a week you're gonna plug everybody into your living room, and it doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if you had a
Yeah.
good day, a bad day,
Yeah.
if you're upset because you can't tour, if you're
You have to
upset.
get ready.
Yeah.
You have to prep. What songs are we gonna do? What are we gonna have
Yeah.
a theme night tonight? What are we gonna do?
So we understand why a lot of bands fall off,
Mm.
but at the same time, I mean, it means a lot to us to connect with our
We
people.
were doing this so
Yeah.
long, like before COVID hit. So like a year and a half ago, one of our management team, our manager told us, hey,
Yep.
I think you guys really need to do this. And so we're like, okay, cool. So we started doing it. And then obviously COVID hit, and it was like perfect because we already kind of had, people tuning in
Sure.
with us. Everyone knew Monday nights, like, oh, Gandhi's Gun is live. And yeah, so it just happened and worked, and it's awesome, and it's still going.
And here we are.
I know, and I love it. I've been tuning in for
You
well,
have, yes.
well for a while now because I usually just try to keep myself busy. But
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you guys are here, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed the
Me too.
music tonight.
Well, we appreciate what you do, man. You help musicians,
Yeah.
and so we appreciate that.
Hey, and that song that you played, that was from that you guys played earlier, is that in one of the albums or the EP?
The one from
It's on-
tonight.
No,
Yeah.
it's on the first
Yeah.
Gandhi's Gun album, like
It's
the debut
it's,
album.
it's the last song on our first record.
Okay.
Full Throttle is the name of the record. Full Throttle.
Full Throttle is the name of the record. The song's called "Will I Get There."
Okay, because I really enjoyed it. I'm like, man, I need to hear that again.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
awesome.
It's a deep song, but it's also like
very powerful.
It's also hopeful. Like it's deep, but it doesn't leave you in like a negative place. You know what I mean? It's
No,
deep. It leaves you in like it's going to be okay kind of place.
powerful and emotional, and just kind of, it moves you like, oh my gosh, like I feel this. And I wasn't in the band, and that first album I didn't even know Mick. Like I didn't even live here in Texas. I lived in Illinois. I didn't even know Mick. And I remember moving here, we met, I listened to the album and thinking, oh my gosh, like that song, like woo, that hits home.
That's great, and it's awesome that you guys, well, that you came down here because now you're in a band.
Yep.
She made her way.
Yeah. And that wasn't even the plan.
Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of female vocalists. Like that's why
Oh,
that's why I reached out to Reason Defined when y'all came down, because I mean there were 5 girls, so I'm like, hell yeah, like let's do this.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
great. We're
awesome.
great friends with him. We've toured with him now a
Yeah.
few times.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no, well,
no.
kind of twice-ish.
Yeah.
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 Well, it was supposed to be this month,
Yeah.
but that got canceled.
If were it not for COVID, we'd all been on tour like 4 or 5 times by now. But they're great, and we love them, and we have a great time every time we go out with them.
I love that you love female vocalists.
I mean, there's
Wait a second. What about male
Let him
vocals?
talk. Let him talk.
I love male vocals, but the female vocals are hard to find, and hard to find that actually sound good. Because I mean,
Like a rock.
Like, I'll talk to you guys about somebody that I don't like later when we're not recording, but
So can I ask you a question? I know you
yeah,
have a question for. Who are some of your favorite like female besides Gandhi's Gun? I'm just saying. Who are some of your favorite like female fronted just bands? Like it doesn't even have to be rock, pop. I don't care, country, whatever.
Silver, Cilver.
Yeah.
They have an album out. I think it's called "Not the End of the World."
Okay.
Reason Defined, of course.
Yeah, love those.
You guys. Oh, not is it including you guys or no?
Well, yeah.
Well, you can
should.
include us, absolutely.
Okay, I thought you were asking me like. Okay, I get it. Okay, so it's Silver, Reason Defined, Gandhi's Gun. I really love Pink.
Oh, me too. I love her voice.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
oh man, I have another one that's
Paramore, Gwen Stefani, no doubt. Paramore.
in this moment.
Who?
In this moment.
Oh, okay. What about New Year's Day? Are you a New Year's Day fan?
Oh yes, yes I am. I like it.
Cool. I was just curious because I'm a huge Gwen Stefani, Hayley Williams, even Lady Gaga. Oh yeah.
I've liked Lady Gaga's newer stuff. Like I wasn't really into the whole rah rah era.
But you like some of her new stuff, like John Wayne, like that stuff.
Yeah,
you know
like
John Wayne.
Yeah, I like the softer stuff, like when people ask me like, "Hey, Biggie or Tupac?" I'm like, "Well, Tupac is too wild for me, so I gotta say Biggie." You know, I just wanna smoke some cigarettes and drink some beer and just hang out with people. I don't wanna put some violent music on like Tupac, and, be like, "Fuck you," or like.
So you probably liked "You're Giving Me a Million Reasons to Let You Go." That song,
Yes,
Million Reasons.
Yes.
Giving me a million reasons. Yeah, I knew it.
Sorry,
well, awesome.
that's weird.
Well, go ahead. Ask us away, whatever you need to do. I just wanted to ask you that since you said you loved like female kind of vocalist bands. So just curious who you listen to.
Yeah, and I mean, y'all can ask me stuff too. Like this is, I label my interviews as conversations because I don't want to, put you guys in the spot in any way. Only when it comes to like, hey guys, can we listen to the new song or something like that? But like I just want to conversate with you guys, and I want to make you guys feel comfortable so that in the future we can do this again.
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
good. Cool.
But I think we've already talked a little bit about how the pandemic is treating y'all and what has caused you guys to like what it cost you. But is there something besides like performing and playing shows that you guys miss?
Yeah.
The life that we used to live.
You know what bothers me,
and
I'm speaking for both of us, is of course it's affected us because we can't be in front of our people. But dude, we know so many people that own clubs. We know the stage managers of every club. We know the sound guy at every club. We know the bartender at every club. We know the owner of every club. And we know so many of them that have had to close their shops. We know so many of them where we got owners saying, hey, such and such isn't running sound anymore because we can't keep them on.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most tragic thing of all of it. And I would say that the music industry in particular is the most under talked about, most affected industry from COVID. And I want to qualify that. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that have lost lives and there's a lot of people that have lost a lot because of this pandemic, but it's not, I mean, you never turn on the news and hear about how it's impacting the music industry. And it is in a way that, unfortunately is going to be irreparable for a lot of people, so we're just believing that, there's going to be there's going to be a lot of light at the other end of the tunnel. Otherwise, there's a lot of people that are going to be pretty hurt. You know, we always have an optimistic outlook, but a lot of people are texting us and messaging us, and people from all over the country that are it doesn't look that hot right now.
Yeah, it's affected a lot of people we know and love.
And look, and we're an original band. I mean, think about all the cover bands out there that make their money on covers. Think about all the tribute bands that make their money on tribute acts. Think about the guy that you know that plays acoustic every Thursday night at whatever, and every Tuesday night at the other club, and that's how he makes his living. I mean, they can't. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like this is my second job. I'm a bartender at the spot in Harlingen, and I'm not making any money. So I'm just like, well, let's see if I can pay for Zoom this time. Like,
yeah.
Yep. And a lot of bars like can't be open unless they serve food now. So some of the clubs that we've toured at and have played at and sung at,
food trucks outside now.
They have food trucks outside, or they're opening kitchens so they can actually open again. Because if they have food, they can open again. And so I know we know it's hit a lot of people who are like dear and near to our hearts, like near and dear.
That's the South Texas. I promise you, in South Texas where we live, it's definitely dear and they're near.
Yeah, near and dear.
We'll add that to the section where we added y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every time I'm talking to somebody like from like North Carolina or New York, and I'm like, hey, maybe y'all should do this. Like, are you from Texas? I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
they say you guys.
Well, that's what I did. Yeah. I'm from Illinois, and we say you guys. And I moved to Texas, and I'm like, I will never say y'all. And now I, of course,
y'all is so much easier.
It is. It just rolls right off your tongue. So now I say y'all, and I said I would never say it, but I do.
Add it to the dictionary. I don't care.
They should. It should be. I don't know why it's not.
And yeah, like I just really hope this kind of slows down a little bit, because I really want to go to the bar and check bands out. And I'm a history buff, so I checked like last pandemic. It lasted 2 years, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this has been how many?
Well, I tell you this, buddy. I think that there's a lot of hope, and I think it's coming real soon. And I think that I don't want to divulge. We never want to get political as a band, ever.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But I do want to say that I think that there's a lot of things. Everything can be looked through in America right now through a political prism. And so on the other side of this election, so November 4th, I think that we're all going to be dealing with a totally different set of circumstances. And that's not saying whether it's one or the other. I'm just saying, like, after that, I think that we're gonna get closer to normal, and we all look forward to that.
Dude, I love you for saying that, because I tell everybody that. I'm like, they're always crying to me like, oh, this pandemic, and I'm just like, just wait until November 4th. Like, we're gonna go to semi-normal shit. It better, because I'm going to Vegas in November. So
You're going to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas.
I lived in Las Vegas for 5 years.
Yeah, he lived there for 5 years.
Love it.
And he loved it. And so when I turned 30, which was, just like last year. No, I said, please take me to Vegas for my 30th. Like, that's what I want to do, because I'd never been. We had a blast.
Yeah, we did.
I know it's kind of not the same right now as it was, but hopefully everything can start reopening soon. We can kind of get back to some sense of normality soon, because I think that would be great for everyone.
my favorite band is from Vegas, so I'm hoping that I run into them somehow.
Who's your favorite band?
Adelita's Way.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, you know who they are.
I sure do.
We've seen them before.
Yeah. I know them very well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, the singers or their first album is the reason why I'm doing this. So a little backstory about me. So Adelita's Way saved my life.
Oh, wow.
How's that?
In 2009, I was going to kill myself. And I spoke to God, and I asked him, like, hey, dude, like, what the hell? I'm tired of suffering. Give me a reason to live, or else I'm going to kill myself. And one day I was watching WWE and I heard this song called Invincible, and when he said, "Believe me, you've never met a motherfucker like me, and you've never seen the things that I've seen," I was like, "Holy crap, you're right!" Like they don't know. So my mission was to meet those guys, interview them, and I've done that before several times, and they just kind of opened a whole new world to me, and you know, now I've gone so lucky interviewing like major record label bands or up and comers in label bands, and I also love to show love to local bands like you guys or And the Hero Prevails or Reason Define. I just want to be local. I just want to give the love to the local bands all over the world, no matter what kind of music you play. Like that's my mission.
Well, Ernie, that is so awesome, and thank you for sharing that with us because, like, what you experienced, that's why like we do what we do. So I don't know if this is segueing into like maybe other questions you had for us, but I'm kind of gonna go there before maybe you have a chance to ask us. But I can't tell you how many times it shows. We've had people come up to our merch table and be like, "Hey, what you said there, like in between this song or this song you sang, those lyrics, like that touched me, like that hit me really hard, like right here, that touched my heart." And Mick and I were like, yeah, that's why we do this, because God has a plan for you, as a purpose for your life. And like you said, you cried out to God, like, what the freak, like what's going on? What am I doing here? And he was like, here's your sign. So like, I think like for some people, it looks different than other people, but he has a plan and a call on each of our lives, and you're here for a reason, just like we are. So you have to remember that. And so thank you for sharing that with us, because that's like totally like why we do what we do. Of course, we love to play our music, but it's reaching people like you, like who are struggling, because we all struggle with stuff.
Yeah.
We all do. But we're going through stuff. We all struggle with different things. And that's honestly our hearts behind our music. That's our passion. That's our call, is to touch people and reach people. So yeah.
Yeah, and see, like, I don't really like to make these interviews about me because I want to talk about you guys. But also, I also like to make, this conversation as real as possible. And,
Yeah.
like, I haven't heard Fight for Your Freedom, but I'm sure or maybe I did, but, I need to pay attention to it. But I'm sure that song is going to speak to me because it seems like that song has very deep lyrics, and I'm a lyricist. I write my own lyrics.
Will you write down then, because we told you, so we have Full Throttle, Subject Change, and then Changes We Face. Those are the 3 albums, 2 full albums, 1 EP. But the singles, write down the singles, because you need to listen to them, because like you just said, I really believe like they're going to touch you. So We Are the Stars.
We Are the Stars.
Through It All. That's going to really touch you, I think.
I'm excited. Like, I'm a huge lyricist. I'm always writing stuff. And
yes. So listen to these, I promise. So We Are the Stars, Through It All.
Okay.
And Fight for Your Freedom. And This Is a War.
All right, got him.
And please send us a message tonight after you listen to those tonight. Because I really do. Like, if you love lyrics, I really believe those are all gonna really touch you. So send us a message after you listen to them, for sure.
Yeah, I want to talk to you guys about something later because it's about me, but I'm done talking about me. But one thing that and see, that's another thing. Like you said, that the way that the people connect with you guys, like I felt when I saw you guys, I felt so worn out with Reason Defined because I knew who they were because I listened to their music before anything happened, and because I thought they were going to be headlining the show at the Hop Shop. But when I discovered that you guys were headlining, like I was like, okay, like I need to listen to this. I kind of feel like this band is gonna surprise me somehow. And even though they tired me out and you guys started performing, like I was out of it when you guys finished performing, and you know, I felt the lyrics and everything, and you know, and I love to pay attention to people when stuff is going on, and I saw a lot of that night too at the hop shop,
Mm. Yeah.
and like maybe I'm speaking too much about this stuff, but you know, thank you, thank you for all the music and the lyrics and stuff.
Yeah. Totally.
Dude, you asked us earlier, like, are you a Christian band? And I responded to you, no. And I did that because,
Well, I said we are. Like
well,
we're Christian, they're
right,
a rock band.
right.
Yes.
And I did that because let me ask you this, man. If you believe what we believe, right? And
Yeah.
what I believe you believe, and you want to get into the places where you really want that message heard,
Uh-huh.
you just have to be an awesome rock band.
Oh, definitely.
You just
To
have
get
to
in
be
there.
you just have to be an awesome rock band. So that is our goal.
Mhm.
We want to be we don't want to be categorized. We just want to be a great rock
Awesome
band.
rock band.
But let us go in anywhere
And
and
then
let us
love on people.
spew
and-
our lyrics all
yes.
over the place. Talk to people because we believe that's really where it's at. Because honestly, man, like you can take you put a bandana around the Bible and it's a lot more attractive to a lot of people.
Oh,
And
yeah.
those are our people.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are our people.
Mhm.
Like you. Right?
Yep.
Like if I was covered in tattoos, had piercings everywhere and whatever, like I know that a lot of people would hear what I wanted to say a lot more openly.
Yeah,
than if I yeah.
What do you do? Say hi, Alex.
true.
Say hi.
Hi, baby. My dogs are here too, but I'm keeping them separate because one of them is in heat.
Oh.
And one thing I love asking bands, and you know, cause I love backstories. Uh, is there a backstory on the name Gandhi's Gun?
Yeah. Yes.
That's actually all. Well, I'll let you answer that because that was like came about before I was ever even in the picture. I didn't even know Mick at the time, and so it's not like a deep meaning, but we're kind of
Fixing it.
yeah. There might be some changes soon, but I'll let him tell you. Like, so there really is no meaning behind that.
No, there's a backstory. A former band member like proposed the name. I thought it was terrible. I'm a marketing major in college, and I thought it was awful, but it stuck on a marquee. And you know, I mean that's pretty much what it was. It was a former band member being like, "Hey, I got this name. This is what it is." Nobody liked it, but we went with it because it looked great on a marquee. And so, anyways, a few years down the road, where we are now, we're looking to potentially rebrand, but there's going to be some announcements and whatnot coming out, you know, in the near future in regards to whether or not we rebrand. Yeah,
we'll announce all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I really like the name though, because it slips out the tongue, and when somebody tells you like, "Hey, go," like if somebody told me, "Hey, go check out Gandhi's Gun," I'm gonna be like, "What? Gandhi had a gun? Like I gotta go do this." That's
total
like,
play on words. Total play on words.
that's like if somebody said Hitler's oven or something, or maybe that was too far, but you know.
Mother Teresa's switchblade. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that though. That's cool, and I love the name Gandhi's Gun.
Oh, cool! Awesome.
And who inspired you to, you know, pick up the microphone and the instruments and play music?
Oh, that's well. I think. Do you want me to? Or you want to
Go ahead.
I think so. For me, I don't know. I grew up in a very musical family. So my mom, my aunt, my uncle, my grandpa, they all sang. And my mom and her older sister, my aunt and her husband, my uncle, had like a little touring like trio together. And so I wasn't even a thought at that time because my mom and dad weren't even married. They didn't even know each other. But they had a little touring trio. And so my family always has sung, and music has always been a big part of our lives and has always been around. And then my cousins were in a rock band. They started a rock band and they opened for Motley Crue, like back in the day. Yeah. So I just think just being in, I don't know, in a family of musicians, just growing up around that really kind of inspired me. And I was a girl that never believed in myself. I didn't think I was good enough because my voice is kind of smoky and raspy. And I always thought like, oh my gosh, it's not pretty like hers. Like it's smoky and raspy. But then I had so many like different people in my life say, yeah, and that's what sets you apart. That's what makes you unique. So you need to own it. And I remember thinking to myself like, oh yeah, that's true. But you know how it is. Like you're your own worst critic, but you have to believe in yourself because other people can believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself. And so I always dreamt of being in a rock band. Always dreamt of being in a rock band. And I was a girl in front of my mirror like this, my water bottle, like singing to Alanis Morissette and, Stevie Nicks and Haley Williams, Gwen Stefani, no doubt, Pat Benatar, all the greats. And just never thought that was going to happen to me though. And then I met Mick and he was in the band and I was a huge fan. Like, oh yeah, you're awesome. This is great. Didn't think I was going to be in the band. And then one day it was just like, oh yeah, she needs to be in the band. And all the guys said the same thing. And so it just kind of happened. But I would say for me, the inspiration behind like picking up the microphone and stuff, obviously that's what like the call of my life is. Like that's what God created me to do, is just sing, to share my gift with others, because we all should share our unique gifts with other people because it blesses other people. But yeah, just my mom and my aunt and my uncle, like my family, like my grandpa, I grew up around that, kind of in a musical family. So yeah, that would be for me. What about you? Kind of similar.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it'd
you and
probably
your
be
uncle, Jeff.
My uncle. When I was growing up, my uncle, he was a bluegrass guitar player.
Oh, nice.
And he and my grandfather and, the whole family would hang out underneath a gazebo on some acreage in East Texas. And, anytime the guitars came out, everybody started singing. And it was just, I always associated it with like, that's when the fun starts, So I always had a deep passion for music, and I never knew that. I never knew that I had a gift at all. I didn't know. I just thought everybody played and sang and had fun and wrote songs, and I just thought that was the way it was for everybody. And obviously, it wasn't until you keep doing it and you keep doing it that you realize, like, well, hold on a second. There's something special here that you inherited from your upbringing. So. I think that's definitely where I got my love for music. Be my uncle, grandfather, mom, everybody. Everyone just sang and played, dude. It's crazy. But I didn't think anything of it as a kid.
That's awesome. And,
yeah.
It's freaking beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was any time, once you saw the guitar, like the acoustic guitar case get opened, it was like, oh, snap.
Like
we're about to have a good time. You know what I mean? And so it was just like, it's a little bit, I didn't know a chord. I knew nothing.
Yeah.
I knew like, now we're going to have fun. Like now everybody's going to let go, enjoy the evening. The stress is gone, and so I've always associated music with that. Like it's always been a safe place for me. It's always been a place of refuge and just pure, honestly, dude, joy.
I remember growing up and hanging out in Mexico when we would have parties down there at my grandma's house. Like I knew my grandpa had a guitar, so I would go to the area where it's at and just be like carrying it, like, oh yeah, like let's do this, like not knowing that I didn't know how to play a guitar or sing and stuff, but I knew I loved music, so.
Right. Yeah. That's the beauty of music, bro. It brings us
It
all
is.
together.
It does. Music stands the test of time. That's what we always say. It really does.
And what's the writing process for you guys?
Writing process?
Yeah, like do you guys go lyrics, instrument, or like what do you guys? How do you guys start a song, or not start a song, but like when you guys are writing music, does the music come first or do the lyrics come first?
Both. Typically music. I would say I have to brag on Mick because he's not going to brag on himself, so I'm going to do that for him.
Do it.
Mick, I grew up in a family of musicians, and I've never met someone that can write. And he hates this. He does not want me to say this, but I'm just going to say it. I've never met someone that can write like he does. Like, sit down within 5 minutes, have a freaking hit song. Music, lyrics, everything. And so he is kind of like the driving force behind that. I would say lately, and I'm not giving myself credit at all, but he would say, yes, please do. I've had like some ideas with stuff. Oh, here's my phone. I've had some like ideas with stuff, and then like we'll kind of sit and like chat about stuff and kind of bounce off each other. But he pretty much kind of is the driving force like behind the music and the lyrics. And hold on, I gotta get my phone. It just fell.
Fine. Hey, and Mick, you're amazing, bro. We love you.
Well, thank you, man. I mean, I I've got like 90,000 voice memos on my phone.
Holy
You know,
smokes.
well, that's a hyperbolic number, but I've got more than I can even go back and listen to. But yeah, man, I mean, you know, that's just what I do. And the cool thing is like I constantly come up with like a chord structure, a melody, and like a hook. But what's cool is, you know, I'm in a situation now where there's a yin and a yang. Like I can bounce off of Erin and say like, hey dude, like I have this idea, and she'll be like, yeah, that's freaking awesome. Which she always does. So give her credit because she's encouraging to me too. Because she was a fan of the band before she was in the band, right?
Yeah.
So I
true.
know it's legit, you know, so I don't take it like you're just saying that. Like, and honestly, trust me, she is never just saying that. I promise you. Like,
no, I was a fan of the band before I even liked Mick like that. So, yeah.
No, but what's cool now is I can be like, hey, I got this thing, and you know, like blow through it and sing something. She's like, babe, that's incredible.
That's awesome.
And then now I'm at the point now where I'm like, hey, what do you want to add to that? Like, where do you want to go to that? Like, what do you want to do? And if that means, because I have a high pitched voice for a guy, right? Like I kind of sing in a higher register. So if it's like, do I need to disappear here? Because I'm down with you having that. Because honestly, bro, people respond better to Erin than they do me live. Period. End of story. For obvious reasons, right? Obvious reasons. But at the end of the day, man, it's a team effort. I don't take credit alone. And
we love to do this together, yeah.
And we get to that's exactly it. We get to do it together.
And why it works is because we both like excel in different areas, but we both encourage each other in the other areas, you know?
Yep.
If that makes sense. Like we both excel in different things, but then we encourage each other in the other things. So that's why it works.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys meet somewhere in the middle and combine everything together and just make a huge thing about it.
Yeah, totally. And it's so much fun. It is. It's stressful. I'm not going to say it's easy all the time, but it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I'm excited for you know for the next show that I get to see you guys at, because
we are too, because that means we're playing live.
Yeah, there you go. And you know, like that's why I like doing this type of stuff too, and like listening to the band first, and then like, hey, let me go talk to them and see if they want to do an interview one day. And you know, I kind of feel like I did the right choice, because because you
Oh,
guys
dude.
so kick ass. And do you guys have you guys announced it in the Facebook Live earlier, but you know, for the people listening, do you guys plan on releasing some new music or possibly an album this year or in the near future?
100%.
Yeah. So we're going to Nashville at the end of September. So our dates are locked in, set in stone as of like 4 days ago. So
2
we're gonna
days
be
ago.
going 2 days?
2 days ago we
Okay.
got that, yeah.
Okay, just 2 days ago. So yeah, we're gonna be going to Nashville and recording an album. But I think what we're gonna do, and we'll let everyone know, but I think we're gonna do like little EP releases. So like, what are we thinking?
We're
We'll figure
recording.
it out.
We're recording a record in
Yeah.
Nashville.
We're recording a full-length album.
So we're working with a guy that's worked with Megadeth, Kelly Clarkson, 21 Pilots. Who else?
God, there's so many.
He's worked
Disciple.
he's worked with everybody.
Oh,
dude.
there's so
So
many.
he's producing our next record.
Yeah. He actually works for the Kelly Clarkson show now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's producing our next record. He's a good friend.
And we're recording a full-length album.
Yep.
And then we're gonna kind of decide, like, with our management and with him, like, what we want to do.
How do we cut it up?
Yeah. Do we release EPs? Do we do the full-length album? Like, whatever. But we will definitely keep y'all, like, all of our fans, kind of in touch with that and updated on that for sure.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too. We are too, because we believe this is like our best stuff yet. We can't wait.
And would you guys like to speak to your fans right now and maybe give them a message about, you know, anything?
Yeah, hang in there. Hang in there. There's hope. We're all gonna make it through this pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna make it through this shutdown. We're gonna make it through all of it, and we can't wait to see you guys on the other side of this. But if you're on the edge and you're struggling, you're not alone. You're not alone. Hit us up.
You're not by yourself.
We'll be glad to help you out.
I think that's a big thing why we do what we do. Please send Gandhi's Gun. Please send us a message if anyone needs just like a glimpse of hope, if anyone needs someone to talk to, if they're struggling, like just kind of wanting to just cut the cord, get out of here, like please, please, please let us know, because we know you're here for a reason and there's a plan and a call for your life. And honestly, too, I want to say something that just everyone out there, I spent so many years of my life like trying to prove myself to other people and like feeling like I had to be who other people thought I was supposed to be and living by the opinions of other people. I want to encourage others, don't live by the opinions of other people. Do you, be you, who you were created to be, because God has a special call and plan and purpose for your life. And don't listen to the haters out there. If you're doing something cool, you're always going to have haters. So let it go. Let it go and be you. That's what I have to say.
There you go.
Hey, just like Pantera said, be yourself, by yourself, stay away from me.
Yep, be yourself.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Yeah.
I love it. Yes.
And I know we talked a few weeks ago about maybe having you guys perform a song here. Are you guys still down for that, or?
We can't. What do you want to do?
Do you want to do the same one we just did?
You guys can.
Oh,
Huh?
we can.
You should, like.
I think we should We Are the Stars. That's what I think we should do.
All right.
Let's do We Are the Stars. We're going to be like, okay, haven't done this in a while. But this is like one of our latest singles, so I think that's what we should do. Not like one of the older songs. Ready?
Sure.
Hey, and I just want to say that this is for the first time ever that we've had live music here.
Oh, awesome. Well, I hope we do it justice.
I had it.
It's right there.
It's not there anymore.
It was. Hold on, the pick fell on the floor.
It's all right, guys. It's
Oh, it's right here.
going to be amazing.
It's right here. No, we just go back and forth. So yeah, this is one of our, so Ernie, I was telling you earlier, one of our like latest singles. So it's Through It All, We Are the Stars, Fight for Your Freedom, and This Is a War. So we're going to do We Are the Stars tonight. And because it kind of segues into what I was just saying, for all of you out there who've ever felt like you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not worthy enough, this song like is your anthem tonight because you are the stars. Like not us on the stage. We're doing this because we want to encourage other people. You guys, we always say this, in the crowd are the stars. So keep pursuing your dreams, keep doing what you're called to do, and don't ever look back or give up or let other people dictate who you're supposed to be. So this is what this song's about. So here we go. It's called We Are the Stars, Gandhi's Gun.
This is a call to all the broken, hurting, all the hopeless. This is our time. We are the army, good for nothing. And we're singing, all the imperfect people. Sign up, sign up, sign up now. People in this world, all the broken heart, you become stitches, keeping us from falling apart. We were wounded, all the complicated, counted and treated, and wearing yeah, we are the stars. Oh, yeah, we are the stars. All the abuse, if you figure that was the old, this is something new. If you feel less than perfect, people in this world, and all the broken heart, you become stitches, keeping us falling apart. We were wounded, all the complicated, counted out and cheated. We are the stars. 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 We are the stars.
That was so beautiful. I loved it.
Awesome.
It got my dog a little bit excited too. He started barking. I'm like, stop.
Well, that means he loved it too. Or
Yeah, I
she.
love- and that's so deep because I'm actually starting a support group on Facebook. It's called hold on. I literally just forgot what it was called, but I
That's
started.
fine.
Yeah, I started a support group because I felt like with the stuff that I went through in my life, and especially right now, like that we can't go visit our friends or hang out with them or anything. Like I kind of feel like we all need that somebody to,
People need that for sure. Yeah.
yeah, and
That's awesome, Ernie. Please follow through with that. Do it. Like I would encourage you, please do that. Because you're right, a lot of people need that right now. So
yeah.
thank you so much, dude, though. Thank you. Oh, your dog is so cute.
Oh, thank you. The group is called Stronger Together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we're almost done here. I don't want to keep you all here too long. I know it's a little late. But so that song is off of the new album coming later this year or next year.
No, that's actually one of our latest singles we released. So that one's already out there. We Are the Stars. Yeah.
Okay. But that one's gonna be in the new album too, right?
Is that
Nope.
one new album?
No.
No.
No, sir. It's already been released, and what our management label people they want all new stuff. And so if you want this song, but here's the thing, this is what's cool about this song. Go check it out on Spotify, because this is us in our living room recording
And go
in our
listen to it on
home studio.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is like balls to the wall.
But
Can
if
I
you
say
like
balls
that
to the
song,
wall?
I promise you, like, just get ready. Like,
No, but can I say that? Balls to the wall.
It is balls to the wall.
It is balls to the wall.
Yeah.
So please go listen to it, Ernie. As soon as we get off here, We Are the Stars. It is balls to the wall. And the others I told you about. So those are singles. They're not going to be on the new album though. The new album is all new songs that no one's ever heard of before.
damn,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
We are too.
And what is the most, I guess I would say like the most memorable moment in the band history?
Motorhome wreck.
Yeah, probably.
Motorhome wreck.
Yeah, we had 24, 26.
Mhm.
How big was that? 26.
30 foot.
30 foot long. So it was, 2 years ago. Gosh,
Yeah, I mean, it was.
2 years ago at the end of July 26, 2018, we were touring out to California, and we were on our way home back to Texas, and we were on I-10 East coming home, and we were in a really, really bad motorhome accident. Our 30-foot RV was completely totaled. We all got thrown around in the RV. Craziness. Cops came to the door and said, we weren't expecting to see anyone moving around in here, because we've seen, over the course of our career, so many people in accidents like this, and no one walks away. And every single one of our band members, we all walked away from that accident. But that day, I'll tell you this, we were stranded. Literally, that's my word. Mick makes fun of me, but literally is my word. We were stranded, literally, because it's true, in the desert for about 5 hours. In the desert. Hot, no water, nothing. Our manager at the time, and still now, Greg, put us up in a hotel room for the night, and these girls came and picked us up. They were part of a ministry of a friend of ours in San Antonio. They grabbed a U-Haul, came and picked us up. We loaded everything that we could salvage from our RV in this little U-Haul and went into Phoenix. We were 2 hours outside of Phoenix and spent the night. And that night, picking glass out of our legs, everything. It was the craziest day of our lives. And I remember telling the guys.
Tell them what the cops said. Like we were supposed to have died.
No, I told them.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, they said they had never seen anyone walk away.
We were supposed to be dead. Yeah.
But we were sitting at this gas station after we kind of were unstranded from the desert, if that's the way to put it. We were kind of still stranded at that time. We were sitting in this random gas station, and I remember walking in this back room and looking at all the guys in the band and saying, hey, we can stop here or we can keep doing this. And I'm like, everyone's going to be so mad at me right now. But I said, no, this is the beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And we're either going to pick up the pieces here and we're going to keep persevering, or we're just going to give up. And I said, I'm not giving up. So if y'all want to come with me, because I'm not giving up. We're going to do this. This is what we're called to do. And we're still here. So we're just so grateful to still be alive and to be here doing this, and to be helping other people just with the lyrics of our songs, touching other people. That's honestly why we do this.
Exactly.
Yeah. That is intense. Wow.
Yeah.
It is.
If you saw pictures of it, it's crazy. Like a 30-foot motorhome. Total crazy.
I have so much to talk to you guys about, but I'm not gonna do it while it's recording.
Yeah. No, sometime soon though, Ernie, we would love to chat with you and pray with you and whatever you need, for sure.
Yeah. And before we almost finish this, what is the one song in Gandhi's Gun discography that you would tell somebody new to go listen to, so that they could maybe or not become a fan? Or
Yeah, I would say We Are the Stars. What we just played, that's one of my favorites, We Are the Stars. What would you say, though?
I can't.
I know it's hard because we love them all, but you have to pick one, though. He's asking. You can't. I would say We Are the Stars. That would be me. But we have friends who love Through It All, Fight for Your Freedom, which is new. This Is a War. Test My Faith. That's a huge one. Test My Faith. I mean, there's so many. I would say We Are the Stars. That's what I would say. Because I feel like that's a good mixture of like rock and roll kind of meets metal, like chick dude, singer. Like, I don't know. I feel that song. I love that song. So that's what I would say. Yeah.
Great pick.
You said that. What she said.
I love your attitude. Like when somebody asks you, like, "Are you hungry? Do you want Whataburger or McDonald's?" Like, yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys were stuck in of course, each apart, so you guys can both pick. You can answer this question like, alone. It doesn't have to be together. But if you were stuck in an elevator with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you talk about?
That's a damn good question.
I already know.
All right, go.
No, you have to go because I already know. Can I pick dead and alive? Like a dead person and alive?
If you listen to the question correctly.
He said dead or alive. I have one of each, a dead and alive.
Out of here. Go for it.
Okay. So dead, right? He's like, what? How? Think about it. Dead, Elvis Presley. Hands down, Elvis Presley. I'm a huge Elvis Presley fan. Actually, I would love to do a duet with him. It's never going to happen because he's passed and gone on to heaven, but I'll see him one day. So Elvis Presley as a dead side of things. But alive, I have two. I would say Stevie Nicks or Dolly Parton. Like that's me. Yeah.
All right.
Because Dolly Parton inspires me. But Stevie Nicks is like one of my favorite singers. So that's probably who I'd pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to sing with Gwen Stefani though too. I would love to sing with Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll still happen. We'll see.
She's awesome.
Oh yeah. So Ernie, put that out there for me. Gwen Stefani. Aaron wants to sing with Gwen Stefani.
Next week we'll have Gwen Stefani in the studio. I'm kidding.
There we go. Hey, I'm there, brother.
I think for me, Dead would be Chris Cornell.
I already know.
I'm a huge fan.
I knew it.
There's a lot of great music out there. You'd have to have me on for 9 hours.
I knew Chris Cornell.
And I think alive would be Ian Asbury, who is the singer for a band called The Cult, which is probably something you probably didn't expect. I love Ian Asbury.
He shook his head though. He knows who they are, but you wouldn't expect.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, bro. That dude, if you,
that's one of his favorite
is
vocalists.
The bomb. In my opinion, Ian Asbury is my favorite rock singer, and I know I'm gonna take some heat for that, but that's my guy, dude.
So I would also say
that's my guy. I said Chris. Chris is dead. There's so many.
Oh, I know.
But Ian,
I would also say alive though Steven Tyler for me. I love Steven Tyler.
He's fantastic. But I'm just saying.
Mick loves.
I actually have a chance, bro. I actually have a chance of doing some shows with one of my idols because he's still alive and they're still touring. The Cult. Yeah. I'd love to play with him. I'd love to.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And last week you guys were supposed to be in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
I was so excited for you guys because you guys were gonna play with this band called The Protest. I interviewed those guys a few last year, 2 years ago. Those guys are great.
They're great guys. Totally great guys. Awesome dudes for sure.
Their drummer filled in for Skillet.
Yeah.
And
super cool dudes. Super talented. Super cool
we're
dudes.
kind of all we're kind of in the same camp, and we love those guys, and they're great. And
super cool dudes.
You know what? I can actually say it now. say it now. I can say why we didn't do it.
No,
I can't.
not now, no.
No?
Breaking news.
No?
Well, I mean, it's not, I don't know.
I got exposed to COVID. So we can.
Yeah. Well, and it's not that he had it, and
Nope.
obviously we're okay, but we wanted to be smart and take precautions and not expose anyone else just in case. So that's the only reason why we didn't do it, and it sucked really bad. Couldn't be there.
Understandable. Like, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yep. And honestly, too, at the time we didn't know. So if Mick would have had COVID and we would have exposed other people, like we would have felt terrible. So we kind of had to make a call, you know, at the last minute.
But dude, it was the mildest of mildest ever. I mean, it was just
but
like
we still had to take precautions.
no,
though.
we were smart,
And we
but dude, like I say exposed, but not really. But you know,
No,
I mean,
were.
given
Yes,
the
you were.
things going on,
You were.
you got to give it 5 days. Yeah.
You were exposed.
And I'm glad you're okay, because we need you in this.
Thank you.
And lastly, where can we find you guys?
Ooh. So gandhisgun.com, that's our website. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, everything. Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play.
Yeah.
We're also bands in town.
All
bands
of your
in
favorite
town.
streaming services.
Right, bands in town.
Yep.
Did
absolutely.
I forget anything?
Well, I mean, all of your favorite streaming services. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. So please look us up on Facebook. People can tune into our live feeds Monday night. So I would encourage people to do that because every Monday night we have a live feed. It's typically anywhere between 8 and 9. It just depends on what we've got going on, how our work week looks, things like that. But we do songs, we do acoustic music, covers, originals, and then we also share updates and just talk about life in general. So I would encourage people to tune in with us Monday nights on our Facebook Facebook live feed, Facebook live feed. And then,
live book face feed.
A live book
face feed.
And then we're on Instagram and all of the other things. So, yeah, please
follow us on live book.
But Gandhis Gun, Gandhis, because most people do not spell it right.
Hey, I didn't know how to spell Gandhi until I met you guys.
I know.
Right?
You and everybody else, dude. I promise.
Do you guys have any band merchandise available?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Okay.
We've got shirts, CDs, posters, stickers, hats. So yeah, let us know.
That's awesome, guys, and thank y'all for joining me. Like, this was a fun conversation, and I'm excited to see you guys when this whole thing blows over.
Yes.
I can't wait to listen to the new music. But check out Gandhi's Gun, guys, everywhere. And remember that without music, life would be a mistake.